My husband teases me because in summer of 2020, I created an online course called Not So Distant Learning. And in that course, in a few of the videos, I said, "It's a pandemic, y'all." So my husband will say to me, "It's a pandemic, y'all." So here we are in 2022, and it's still a pandemic. And on top of that, we're facing a national teacher shortage. So in this video, I'm going to share some ideas about what teacher evaluations can look like in this challenging context that we're living through. So welcome to my channel, Lead with Love and Love to Lead. My name is Jess Madden-fuoco. So one big question school leaders have asked me is, in this context of a national teacher shortage, should we be trying to evaluate out or put any teachers on a path to termination? And of course, we always have to think carefully about this. But I think even within this context, if there's a teacher who is in some way harming students, or if the teacher is not able to support students in learning and engaging, then I think we still have an obligation to ensure that that teacher is on a clear growth plan that could result in termination if they don't improve. But for the rest of this video, I'm going to share ideas about the other teachers, the ones who are trying to keep in our buildings, in our classrooms. What can we do with the teacher evaluation process with all of these teachers? So during this year, a traditional approach to teacher evaluations might feel like a force. And most of us know that a high stakes or harsh approach to teacher evaluations has never worked, and recent research has confirmed this. So what do we do? I have 3 suggestions. Number 1, focus on people's strengths and what is working. Many of our strongest teachers focus on what isn't working and what they need to do better to better serve their students. But this can have a negative impact on teachers' resilience. So we can actually really support teachers in shifting their focus to the positive by doing observations and sharing with teachers things we see that are working well and that the teacher's doing that lead to positive impacts on students. And by doing this, we're saying to a teacher, keep doing these things. Number 2, choose just one area of growth at a time. So those of you who know me and have taken courses with me know that I give this advice all the time, but it's especially important during a time like this to focus on one area of growth at a time with teachers. So people can't get better at 10 things at once. It's not how self-improvement works. So I recommend that you just choose one thing that you think is high leverage or high impact on students to work on with the teacher at a time. And then as you work on it, try to look for positive improvement on that growth area so that you can really reinforce the teacher's efforts. And like always, you want to make sure you're not dumping a long list of growth areas on a teacher at once, because it's not going to support their growth, which then won't support their students' growth. Number 3, I'm really excited about this one. Give your teachers a choice about what support looks like for them. So for this one, I got inspired by my colleague, Garci Champagne. And Garci is a teacher leader and evaluator here in Boston. And Garci was grappling with, what does support for her teachers look like during a year like this? And so what she decided to do was create this survey. And in the survey, she asked teachers what would support their growth during this time. So I'll include a link to Garci's survey in the description below, because I think you'll really like the questions that she asked her teachers. So I got inspired by Garci to give my teachers a choice about the next steps in our evaluation work together. So if you look at what I did here in Calendly, you'll see that I created these different event types. So teachers could choose if they want a coaching chat where we discuss possible approaches to a challenge they are facing, or teachers could choose a looking at student work session where we look at student work to see what we can learn from it and discuss next steps in instruction. Or a teacher could choose a walk and talk, where we have a coaching conversation while walking around the school building. Or teachers could choose an observation and post-observation conversation, which is what we normally do. Or teachers could choose a planning meeting, where we collaboratively plan a lesson, a unit, or an assessment. So I will include a link in the description below to a document that includes the email I sent to teachers where I explain these choices that they have, and also a screenshot of my Calendly page. So overall, I think that these 3 approaches will really help us ensure we're supporting teachers' growth so that they can support their students' growth, while simultaneously navigating this very challenging year that we're all struggling through. So if you're looking for more ideas about how to truly coach within the evaluation process, I recommend watching this other video that I created about ways of coaching and ensuring we're supporting teachers' growth throughout our evaluation cycle. So thank you so much for watching this video. And if you're interested in teacher evaluations, I recommend you check out these other videos on my channel. And if this video is helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, click that subscribe button and that notification bell so that YouTube lets you know about future videos. And share this video with your teacher and leader friends, because my mission with this channel is to support leaders' growth so that you can support teachers' growth so that they can support our students' growth. And remember, if you lead with love, you will love to lead.